Hey everyone, it's Ivan, kitbadger.com, here to bring you another gear review. And today, talking plate carriers. This one right here, which is the Slickster.1 by Ferro Concepts, made for SKD Tactical. Some of you may or may not be familiar with the Slickster, but as I mentioned, this being made for SKD Tactical, right off the bat, we'll talk about, I guess, kind of what is unique with respect to it versus the regular Slickster. So this being made for SKD Tactical, specifically the plate pocket. The plate pocket on this carrier is sized specifically for SKD Tactical's plates. So this one right here, level 4 standalone 10x12, and as you can tell, kind of a like swimmer's cut more or less. And SKD Tactical, well, they sell all kinds of stuff. They also sell plates, and their plates, while they are level 4 standalone, per those requirements, they aren't NIJ certified. They're actually certified through another third party, because to get NIJ certified is crazy expensive. So consequently, they have these plates right here weighing about, I think about 7 pounds, just shy maybe, and they're about 200 bucks, like solid level 4 standalone at 200 bucks. And the reason they're able to sell them at that price point is because they didn't go through the massive expensive certification process. They also have lighter ones if you're looking for something lighter, and they cost about double, but options. So this carrier right here, sized specifically for these. And as one quick aside with respect to these plates, they also have their multi-hit carbine plate, which weighs about 4.2 pounds and is a 1/2 inch thick versus this, which is relatively heavy. But right here is the front bag for the Slickster.1, and right down here we have the opening. So you insert your plates, whether it's the front or rear, from the bottom. Once it goes in, you have Velcro here, and then on the inside of the plate bag you have more Velcro, so you can slide this back in there and capture it, basically kind of size it. But again, this Slickster.1 specifically made for these plates, so no issue with respect to the plates it was made for. And then down here, this laser cut, basically you can affix a tourniquet if you want to run something right there. And then of course on the front of the plate pouch, we have Velcro right here, another Velcro field here, and then you have more laser cut sections back here and here. This will allow you to, for one, go ahead and attach the IDW Nexus clips right here. So if you want to put any type of placard, something along those lines, like even Spirit Systems microfight chest rig, you can clip in right here and lay down flat, secure it on that Velcro there, and then your cummerbund, when that comes around, you can further secure it there. As far as this cummerbund goes, you have 4 different cells that work around that are sized more or less for AR mags. They are elastic, so you can put pretty much anything that'll fit in there, whether it's med items as far as rolls of gauze, different things like that, even radios you can shove in there, different options. And then turning this thing over, this cummerbund is attached here by this Velcro. So you can essentially move it up and down a tiny bit if you want, but ultimately you can remove it if for whatever reason you need to as well. Same thing back here as far as the plate pocket, as well as these laser cut sections if you want to put a tourniquet back there as well. And then back here we also have another Velcro field, and then dive into the inside of this thing. Basically the whole inside is covered with this mesh panel, which one, helps you breathe, or helps your body breathe when you're wearing this, especially when you're exerting yourself. And in addition to that, the inside of these shoulder pads right here also have female Velcro. So that allows you to actually attach other more padded shoulder pads if you want, but if you don't, you actually have more or less a little bit of padding provided by the female Velcro versus just straight webbing. And the adjustment for your shoulder pads is actually on the back panel, and can be kind of a bear at times, but basically this feeds down into your back panel, and you can move this shoulder strap further down or loosen up all the Velcro and pull it out. and then it seals itself. Plenty of shear strength with the Velcro. Never had any issues whatsoever of it becoming loose as I wore it, even under kind of strenuous use. When it comes to putting the plate carrier on, you can leave one side of the cummerbund attached. I do not like that because you basically have to kind of swim into it. So take them both off, bring it, drop it over, make sure everything's out of it, and then one side and your other side. You can basically put these as tight as loose as you would like. I usually like them relatively tight to where basically it keeps it from shifting, and because there's elastic in the cummerbund, it still allows a little bit of movement, and of course it's super easy to adjust. So if you're like, oh, it's too tight, there, now it's not as tight. This also, because it's adjustable as far as that elastic cummerbund, scales over anything. You throw this on over a t-shirt, or if I have a big insulation piece, it'll go on over that too. If you do have something with a hood, make sure you put your hood on, otherwise you're trying to fish it out from behind you. And a quick note with respect to sizing, like your shoulder straps, you want it to where when you tuck your chin, basically hit the top of your plate. Or if you're looking in the mirror, you want your plate basically kind of right above that little notch in your sternum. There's important stuff back there, like your aortic arch, for example. And we don't want our plates hanging down like over our belly button. These are made to protect vitals, so don't get me wrong, I don't want to get shot in the stomach, but I especially don't want to get shot through the lungs or the heart. So keep your plates where they're supposed to be. Having said all that, what's been my experience with this plate carrier? Initially did some CQB training with this using UTMs, did fine. But then in 2019 at the Tactical Games, GTI in South Carolina, basically a decommissioned nuke facility, over the course of that 2-day competition, about 6 different events, ended up wearing this. And through that, ended up all kinds of things. Whether it was climbing up ropes or climbing up kind of like wire, like boarding ladders, which are not very much fun, climbing up and over obstacles. I think we ended up doing about a 1.5 mile run at one point, and again, climbing up and over barricades, and also wore this climbing, I don't know, like 8 stories worth of stairs. Not a lot of fun, but this actually did a really good job. I will say down there, it was really hot and really humid. As much as this could, it was, I guess, helping allow me to breathe as far as just even having that bit of mesh padding along the back. I will say probably definitely helped. And the other big one is cummerbund. Being able to, one, if you realize this thing is too tight, or for that matter, you are going into a long movement and maybe it's too tight for what you were doing. Maybe you were rope climbing or something like that, and you're like, I need to breathe a little more. Really easy to just loosen it and throw it back, be like, okay, cool, good to go. Or for that matter, tighten it down if, depending on whatever the event is, maybe you need it tighter. And I know I'm talking about a game, the Tactical Games, but no, I think there's definitely application there to where if you go on a call out, maybe you don't want to have this thing cinched down, but it's like, oh, cool, like we're done hanging out by the cars, like it's time to go work. Like you can go throw this thing on and then go to work. And because of the elastic, once you start breathing hard, rather than this being rigid, if this was just webbing, it does actually move with you once your chest starts moving and you're breathing hard. So definitely a big fan of the elastic cummerbund, in addition to the cells built into it. So at the Tactical Games, they'll have all kinds of crazy stuff, like you need like 5 pistol magazines. You're like, all right, I have no way to carry that. So you end up throwing them in pockets and stuff like that. And you can actually throw pistol mags or obviously rifle mags in here, and it keeps the front slick and just less stuff on your belt. One of my favorite things about this plate carrier, honestly, is the fact it's actually fitted to the SKD Tactical plates. There's a lot of plate manufacturers out there, and it's like, hey, here's a 10x12, and there's a lot of different companies making plate carriers, and they're like, oh, this fits a 10x12, and then maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. the fact this was actually made and patterned for this plate, that's huge. There's no slop side to side, and when you put the plate in, there's not like an extra inch of webbing where basically the plate's just sag down and sitting low in the plate pocket. If you're interested in picking up Slickster.1, you can do so directly through SKD Tactical. Plate carrier itself, just under $150, and plates per plate, level 4 standalone, about $199, I want to say. Overall, pretty nice setup. Again, one of my favorite things is this is actually sized to the plates, which makes a huge difference. You don't have plates moving around in a plate bag. That's a big deal. Other little niceties too, like just even the handles on the cummerbund, make it really easy to grab. Go ahead and take this on and off. And other nice things, actually very compliant. What that means, basically US materials and made here in the US, not imported from overseas, which is also, I think, pretty cool. Color-wise, you have black, olive drab, Coyote, multicam black, pretty much all your standard fare. But if you're looking for a turnkey plate carrier with plates that you know will work together, take a look at the Slickster.1 by Ferro Concepts. Pretty solid plate carrier. And if you appreciate my content and want to support it, greatly appreciate it. Whether it's liking and sharing videos or going over to kitbadger.com, picking up KBAT target pads, or maybe some stickers, or supporting me directly through Patreon, definitely really appreciate that. And if you have questions for me, I'm probably not going to be down in the comments section, but we have a Discord set up over on Patreon. Happy to answer all your questions over there. And as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.